And again, if I double this business, then it goes to $40 million. Okay, well that went from increasing by 15 million to increasing by 20 million. So if I owned this business, me putting the same effort in, I would make more money. Neat. Now let's look at this third piece, and then I'm going to tie this together for you. Let's say we have a tech/software business. And these businesses trade, and all of these trading multiples depend on all the fundamental business economics. I'm trying to keep this really simple and high level because I want the decision-making process to be the highlight more than the individual numbers. All right? But if a business, again, is $10 million top line and $3 million of profit, let's say, they might get somewhere between 10 to 20x their top line. And so this might be somewhere in the neighborhood of $100 to $200 million. Now let's say I double this business and we go from $200 to $400 million. Well then we created $200 million in value. So we created $15 million by doubling this one, $20 million by doubling this one, $200 million by doubling this one. So if you're going to put effort somewhere and it's the same amount of work, you get more for what you put in. And that's fundamentally like the acquisition.com logo is about leverage. So like it looks like this is our logo. And that's because this is a lever. And the main point there is that you get more for what you put in. And so one of my big things in life, the reason we've been able to move quickly in terms of accumulating material wealth is making sure that when we make the move, we get the most for it. And so obviously I've spent 4 or 5 years building an audience and not really promoting anything or any of the companies that I own. But this one felt too close to what so many people needed, which is they wanted a way to make their first business. They want to make a way to make their first dollar online. For me, the mission was aligned. They want to make it fun and easy for everybody, just like I want to make business successful for everyone. It had the fundamentals of the big market behind it, so it's moving in the right direction. I'm on the right wave. And the business itself was sound. It was a really good product. So I felt, for my brand, that if I'm going to promote something, it had to be really good. Because if people say, I'm only trying this because of Alex, and they get in there and it sucks, who do they think sucks? Me. I'm the one who introduced them, right? Like if you had a friend who's like, oh, you got to use Sally. She's a great hairstylist. And you go and Sally just gives you a buzz cut and puts your hair as blue. And you're like, but I wanted my hair to be red, right? Forget the buzz cut. You'd be upset. You'd be like, Sally, what the hell? This person's crazy, right? And so you'd be upset at the person who referred you. And so to the same degree, I had to take this even at a higher level because I'm also a business owner. So like I've been referred companies and I'd be like, oh, it's pretty good. Obviously there's things they could improve, but like I know that the internet has a short memory and has low forgiveness. And so I had to make sure it was something that I could really get behind, which is why it's honestly, I've been looking for something that I could get behind for years. There's just nothing that met the standard that I have for you guys, honestly. I got very excited about that. And so after 6 months, we decided to do the deal. And I talked about this big decision that I was going to make in an earlier vlog, which was like my $1 billion decision. It was about Skool, was whether or not I was going to invest in Skool, and specifically also promote it and like actually talk publicly about it. But it felt too big and like it would help too many people for me not to do it. And so that was ultimately why I made the decision. Now, if you're listening to this, I have 2 camps, right? We have business owners and we have people who want to start a business. And so I want to share some cool metrics, at least they get me very excited about this and for the future, that if you want to start a business, even if you have a business, that you'll find interesting and that could probably make you money, all right? Because now I'm a co-owner of the platform, I have access to a lot of information that other people don't have. And so we ran something that we wanted to call the Skool Games. And so this was something that Sam and I came up with together. We were like, how do we make this fun? Like, how do we make this cool? And so we're like it has to be something more than just try this out, right? And so we're like, well, what if we gave away what everyone else charges for? Which is usually my like go-to, like how do I look at what everyone else charges for, make it better, make it free? Like that's been I'll write that process out. Like, look what everyone else is charging for, make it better, make it free. All right, like if you want to get customers, that's the playbook. Now, so with the Skool Games, what we did was I said, okay, what does everyone else give away? Oops, Skool Games. Well, most people have like coaching calls, whatever you want to call it. So people charge for that. They have courses, right? They have courses they put inside, all right, and they charge for that. They have a community. These are all C's. That's kind of nice. They have a community that they have involved there. And then I want to have another one. So I'm going to, I want to keep it to C's, but so they have code, which is realistically they have tools, right? So they have tools that they give people, right? And so it's like, okay, if someone has expert help, they have do-it-yourself training, they have support from other people doing the same thing, which this also builds out their